All righty, folks, we're back with you. Don't forget, man, you can win a couple of $100. Packy, can you tell them how they do that?
Okay, what you do is you download the WJRB radio app. We have two apps for each one for each of our stations, but we are playing this Valentine's Day contest on our WJRB radio app. Go in there and send us a pickup line, just a funny, cheesy pickup line, anything you got. And you'll be automatically entered in to win $195.10 and also a night stay at the Hellendorf in Helen. We'll even throw in some free February tubing.
And that app is cool, man. I mean, it's like instant on, and you can plug that thing in, and it comes across your radio when you can't pick up whatever, but you can definitely pick it up here. So anyway, do that. Your favorite pickup line, and the redneckest, the better, I think. I reckon Al Franklin says that Whoopi Goldberg's name is proof that she's not anti-Semitic. Am I saying that right? Semitic?
Semitic, yeah.
Semitic. Because she changed her name to Goldberg. And Goldberg is a Jewish name. So she's not racist. I guess we got that.
You know, she spoke out of turn. And, you know, Liz this morning on the show with the morning show talked about this. What she was trying to say and what she did say came out differently. What she was trying to say, she was basing it on race being black and white. And, you know, I think we understand that, but, you know, when you're in that type of a show and you have the kind of following that she's got, you have to be clear on your words. It's not like you and me, Stephen, we could screw up all day long.
She thinks if you're not black, then there's no racism, period, is what I think she's trying to say.
And that might have been the underlying, but, you know,
but that is not right.
She apologized. She apologized.
So did Paula
Dean.
Her. So did Paula Dean. So did all these other people that lost their career because of it. The boy up there in Nashville that actually used the N-word that, you know, they dropped him from everything. So I think, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But they give her two weeks off, probably with pay.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know, that's the thing about conservatives. We don't go after people for mistakes. We have a forgiving heart. Democrats, on the other hand, or liberals, they're the first ones, like you said, with Paula Dean and that group. Oh, they got to be gone. We don't want them anymore. They need to be off the air.
It's like Joe Rogan, man. They're trying to get rid of Joe Rogan.
Rogan.
So here's the thing.
But we got to stop this tit for tat. And my big thing is look at what the way most conservative stance is, and that's that, hey, you screwed up. You made a mistake. You apologized. You're getting punished. Now let's move on. Democrats, normally, I'm going to say liberals and socialist Democrats don't believe in that. They believe in burying and piling on whenever they can.
Well, I just think it's funny. The shoe is what they call on the other foot now. So
yeah, that's true.
I think they ought to, if they're going to can all these other than they are too, she's nasty. That whole bunch on The View's nasty. And I hope the rest of them stand up and say, hey, if they don't put her back on, we're going to quit. Maybe we'll get rid of all of them. But Taylor Swift fans, man, they're calling her to pull her music from Spotify, talking about that with Joe Rogan, man. I mean, they're talking to her wanting to. So I don't know. I think it's looking, you know, music industry's looking a little better up there. But I don't know what's going to happen. I think Spotify's the only one that's got Joe Rogan. He's got a $10 million contract, but you got Neil Young. He's the one that started all this. And the funny thing about it is all these people that don't even know who Neil Young is. Joni Mitchell. You remember Joni Mitchell?
God, yeah. Well, that was an old time.
Well, she's like, I'm pulling mine from Spotify. I bet they don't get 3 plays a month. And then you've got a couple of more. Graham Nash, which was with, what was it?
Crosby, Still, Nash, and Young.
India, I don't know who she is, R&B star, India Ara. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
She's wanting her, and then David Crosby is wanting his pull too, and Stephen Stills. So that's the ones that's doing it. It's that little group up there wanting to do it. So, you know, if they want to pull their music, that's fine. I think it'll make it the world a beautiful place. But
well, did you see Jeff Zucker? Is gone. He resigned from CNN.
Yeah, they actually had to reset their counter on there so many days since the last sex scandal. So I think they reset it yesterday. See how long that lasts.
Yeah, now they have a pool, I understand, for who's the guy with no hair, little fat, looks like a doughboy. I can't ever remember his name, but anyway, he's one of those guys who's always been, yeah, Jeff Zucker, good guy. Yeah, we love Jeff Zucker. But now everybody's telling him you better start looking for another job, Ace.
Well, that's funny how all this is. They're up there pointing fingers at everybody, and then, like I said, it all comes home to you. What is it called? Karma? Karma is, man.
It comes back and bites you in the butt
every time. Yep.
Hey, you know, they were talking about how all of the lockdowns, all the closures
Packy,
and lockdowns.
Packy just throwed his thumb up. Are we live on?
Okay, we got it back up.
All right.
Thanks to a brilliant
Brilliant mind.
Tech man.
Tech man. All he had to do was...
Chief button masher. Packy.
Yeah, he found out if you turn the computer on, it works better.
It does work a little better.
It's that on-off button. It throws you every time.
It's got to be plugged into the wall.
So hopefully, do you think we'll be able to have Paul Overstreet?
I'm hoping we will. I think
We'll try to have him on.
Yep.
That'd be really cool. What was you fixing to say before I
No,
rudely interrupt you? I know
we're-
you was going to gripe about something.
No.
Groucho.
We were talking about how the lockdowns didn't work, and I have to laugh because I can't remember what show it was on, but they were talking about how Biden's failures were all preventable. Mm-hmm. Everything that Biden has done was done by choice.
Right.
Yet no one's holding him accountable. Everything they went after Trump on was made up stuff. A lot of it sponsored by CNN or carried on propaganda-wise by CNN.
Here you go. Here's something you're talking about. Okay, let's go back to Joe Rogan and Jen Psaki. That ain't even
Peppermint Patty.
That ain't even an American name. Gin. That sounds like a drink, don't it? I want to have a Jen Psaki.
Is he oozing toxic masculinity
I think
again?
he is.
Gin Psaki. Does that not sound like a
It
drink?
is a drink.
Sounds more like a
Gin
disease.
Psaki. I want to have a Gin Psaki, please. Probably bitter as crap. But anyway, she's on there talking about Joe Rogan. Said, well, our stance on this is, there's a lot of people out there spewing out misinformation, and as long as you can get the correct information, I think it's all good. And I'm sitting there thinking, the government has spewed misinformation for years, honestly. So why don't we put, let's get them off.
If we held our politicians to the same fire that we hold a lot of the people in the entertainment field or in people like Donald Trump, there'd probably be nobody left in D.C. because they all have that propensity towards lying or telling us what we want or what they think we want to hear.
That's the ticket. They tell you what you want to hear.
Well, it's not what I want to hear anymore.
Well, they asked Biden about the whole thing.
What did he say?
Oh,
The way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs.
That's what he said. Doesn't really apply, but
you love that clip, man. There's no doubt. The hairy legs, I think, where they rub his hairy legs. But gosh,
well, no. Okay, so with the lockdowns, though, you're talking about that. If
they said it hurt.
Hypothetically, let's say like if you have COVID and we have a lockdown and I can't leave my house, and so I don't see you, I'm not going to get COVID, right? I mean, so hypothetically, you could say that lockdowns would work in that sense because I'm not around anybody who has COVID.
Right.
But we didn't have lockdowns. We had let's shut down small businesses and leave Walmart open. That's what we had. So everybody's
that's the thing,
still
and it killed
going
the
out.
small business, and it did more damage than it did good. And they.
So the mom and pop stores, they all had to close down, but you can still go to a big box store and buy all your, your
right.
your stuff that you eat, your Coca-Cola and cigarettes, so you could go home.
Well,
and,
that's
be
just.
healthy.
I mean, honestly, like you're saying, it's frustrating that where we're at right now, and they say hindsight's 20/20, but I don't know, man. Seems like if you erase history, we're just going to repeat all the stuff that's going on, and.
Well, the guy I was trying to think of, his name is Brian Stelzer, and they call him the Water Boy. He was carrying Jeff Zucker's water all this time, but he made a comment the other day that was just absolutely hilarious.
He's got
He
a
said
water
that
guy?
He said Joe Rogan should not be on the air because he is not a true newsroom like CNN is. And I was drinking a cup of coffee at the time, and I swear I got it all over the TV when I spit it out. He actually had the audacity to call CNN an actual news room, where Joe Rogan isn't telling us facts, although he had the doctor on that created the Moderna virus or vaccine for the virus.
Isn't Robert Malone isn't just only having one side and saying, well, that's misinformation, blah blah. You can't do that. Isn't that like against the scientific process? I mean, isn't that like the
I don't believe in
opposite?
science.
But
It's the
but that's
opposite of
why
science.
because that's the opposite of science is having only one view.
Now, you talking about science. I think this is crazy, folks. I'm going to get off on something else a little bit. Jeff Bezos, the guy with Amazon, he built him a brand new yacht. He built him a brand new spanking yacht, $450 million yacht. It's a Dutch built over in wherever that's at. But anyway, after they got it built, they figured out it wouldn't fit underneath the bridge to get it out to the ocean.
Oops.
So
He's got enough money. Just take the bridge down.
that's
and go out
what
and
they're
we'll
going to
rebuild
do. They went to the government and said, look, I will pay for this bridge to be tore down and reconstructed.
The bridge has been there for 145 years.
Right, it has been, and it was actually, I think it was tore up during the war, was it not? And then they remodeled, fixed all the bomb holes in it, and so now. But anyway, they said they suggested that they dismantle the ship and reassemble it someplace else. And they're like, man, they ain't no way. That's completely impractical. So I don't know. It's
Dude, that's not a boat, man. That's an island. That thing is awesome.
$450 million.
That is cool.
$450 million. And that is awesome. I mean, honestly, could you imagine? I just live on that thing. Would you not? I set that thing out here on Lake
nicer
Chattooga.
than my home.
I put that thing on Lake
It's
Chattooga.
bigger than Lake Chattooga.
That is cool. So I don't know, but they're actually thinking about tearing the bridge down. So I don't know who was thinking about this. You know, like I said, the common sense has gone out.
I mean, yeah, that's cool, but I mean, would you ever need that much boat? I guess you would if you're that rich. I mean, I got my old stinky pontoon boat, man, and I'm thrilled to death to have that. I'd go out there and float around.
Well, you know, I've been in the music business a long time, and that's the reason I never really got signed as an artist, because all of my redneck buddies that go along with me when we go to shows, we had to have like 18 buses, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking this ship, you know, he's probably got a lot of friends who want to ride. You got to put them somewhere.
I'd like to be one of his friends, I'll tell you. I'd love to go out on that boat.
You know, that's the thing, man. I got a lot of friends, you know, that's rich. But I ain't. I don't understand what. It looked like it'd bleed off on me. You know, I got a cousin of mine over in Franklin that's loaded. No, I don't get any cosign.
You got that one cousin. He won, what was it, $300 in a lottery ticket?
Yeah.
That, man, that's cool.
Oh, he wouldn't give me none.
What kind of family you got?
I'm telling you, man. They got planes, trains, and automobiles, and I've got junk.
I got somebody I'm glad I'm not related to, and that's Susan Sarandon. She came out with a message on Twitter yesterday about all the police officers that would gather to pay their respects
was really bad.
to fallen NYPD officer Jason Rivera.
Yep.
She referred to them as fascist.
Yep.
Well, you know, Susan Sarandon, when you come out and you walk the streets in New York and you have your bodyguards and the police barricading the streets so that you can perform, you think about your comment. They're protecting your life and you're calling them fascist.
Well, she
What a
said, here's
sick
all of
person.
our police officers, so we obviously don't need them because they're here and they're doing nothing, so we don't need them. But, you know, I don't know. They were these police officers go from everywhere. It's not just from the city of New York. They're from everywhere over there.
They're from across the country
To
and
pay the
other
respects.
countries
So-
as well.
Well, that thing just quit. I don't understand, but said I guess they aren't. What is it at? Here, I got it right here. So if all these cops weren't needed for crime that day, doesn't that mean they aren't needed any day?
You want to boycott somebody, that would be the person I wouldn't want. I wouldn't give a penny to see any movie or television show Susan Sarandon's in, because
I
it's
don't even know
comments
what
like
she
that.
played in.
Oh, she's been in a lot. Thelma and Louise. And,
Oh yeah, Thelma and Louise.
But I think
you
it was her
watch
father.
Thelma and
Didn't he
Louise?
play on NYPD? No.
Did you watch
Law and
Thelma and
Order.
Louise?
No, I don't waste my time watching those stupid movies.
Oh, okay. Hey, we got to get to break. Hopefully, folks, if everything works out right with this new computer setup that we got, we'll have Paul Overstreet. And, man, what a great one of the – I am not kidding. I think he's like the top songwriter of ever. I mean, I know he's been nominated year after year and award after award, and he has wrote some of the coolest stuff. So go to pauloverstreet.com. And he does a lot of live shows on his Facebook page. So y'all can check that out, which is – and very laid back, very cool guy. So that being said, we're going to get to break. Take it away.
Speaking of cool guys, you got to go over and visit our friends at Rose.
Confident you're getting the mattress and the deal of your dreams. Stop by one of our 4 locations in Blairsville, Murphy, Franklin, or Silva to take home your new mattress today.
Today's word of the day, the Japanese word teppanyaki. Teppan, as in the metal plate on which the food is cooked, and yaki, which means grilled, broiled, or pan-fried. And if you're on the Murphy Highway, put this new education to work at Teppanyaki Time in Blairsville. Teppanyaki Time is a Japanese kitchen where Marty will love Executive Chef Kim's fresh rolled sushi, poke bowls, fried rice, and yakisoba noodle bowls. Now open on the Murphy Highway next to Verizon, where it's always Teppanyaki Time.
Everyone dreams of the day their child will make it to the big leagues.
Now batting for your home team.
It all starts with mindset and willpower. Then let HIT Sports Academy grow your strength and confidence. Powerlifting, personal training, and specific sports training for middle or high schoolers can take you on an elite playing field. Turn your weakness into your strength with the HIT Sports Academy inside the gym in Blairsville. Join a class now. Find them on Facebook at the Gym Blairsville.
Robin Roberts Promotions is proud to add a third day this weekend to the annual Sweetheart Show. Browse and buy at Brasstown Valley Resort Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for arts and crafts, jewelry, clothing, and more, just in time for Valentine's Day. If you're shopping for a sweetheart, then this is the show for you. Come to Brasstown Valley Resort in Young Harris, Friday 1 to 7, Saturday 10 to 5, and Sunday 10 to 3. Be sure to stop by this weekend because if it's a Robin Roberts show in the mountains.
Buy more, save more at Eller & Owens Furniture and Mattress. Buy more, save more. For every $1,000 of furniture retail, save $350 and get 0% financing. Shop now for up to $200 off an iComfort by Serta mattress. Buy $1,000, save $350. Buy $2,000, save $700. Limitless savings, and we have inventory. Look for Take Me Home Today tags at all 4 Eller & Owens Furniture and Mattress locations. Savings are based on products' retail prices.
Hey fellas, you're dreaming of trailer hitches, bed covers, LED light bars, and bulbs. Not a bad gift for the missus, right? Get them at Rose Auto in Blairsville on the Murphy Highway. Rose Auto specializes in customizing your vehicle.
All right, folks, we're back with you, and I am honored to have one of the greatest songwriters of all time, Mr. Paul Overstreet. Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Man, I'll tell you.
Glad to be on here with you guys.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I know you're absolutely busy, and every time I talk to your wife, she's like, "Well, he's doing this, he's doing that." But anyway, we got it going.
I got her fooled. She thinks I'm working all the time.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I can take a little job and make it last all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's one I like.
You know, I got to ask the question, man. And you know, you wrote the song "She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy," and
yeah,
I was actually. The other day I was talking to her, and she said you was actually out on your tractor. How can you own a tractor and write about it being sexy? Anybody that's rode on a tractor know there's absolutely nothing sexy about a tractor.
Actually, when you get a brand new one,
yeah,
and it's got a cab on it, it's got a CD player.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's got radio, it's got air conditioning, heat.
Okay.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah. I was going to say, you know, I want to correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, but I think that John Deere, when you go out and you buy these $700,000 combines and all these big expensive tractors and things, they actually fly you to the factory and they give you like a gold key. I want to say there's a whole factory presentation involved with that. So that would be very sexy.
Yeah.
That would be. I didn't get that.
I can tell you one thing. I watched the video, and the girl that I know that thinks a tractor sexy, she on the video. Honestly, she looks nothing like. She's one of them big bone girls we like to say down here in the South. But
oh, is she? Which video are you talking about?
With the Kenny Chesney with the he.
The girl on the front of the tractor.
Yeah,
that's right.
Man,
She's whipping her own butt.
You are absolutely, and I have listened to you. I can remember seeing you live. I don't know if you remember concerts in the country back years ago. Of course, it's long gone, but I can remember the first time I ever saw you live, and I fell in love with your stuff and the music and the career that you've had writing songs. I mean, gosh, just one. I mean, if we sit here and name the songs that you wrote over the years, it'd take us all day long. How in the world do you do that? I know that's a crazy question, but I mean, honestly, it's just like, I mean, it's amazing.
I think part of it is just getting your brain in that groove. If you get your brain in the groove of writing, you think about it all the time. You know, you're always, and you know how everywhere you go, like if you're a songwriter or something, everywhere you go, you got people telling you, hey, I got a great song idea.
Right.
And because everybody really can have a great song idea, the craft of writing it and finishing it up and making it really special, that is definitely a craft and art, and it takes a long time to get there. I remember when I was writing for publishing companies, and the guy would go, "You're just scratching the surface," and I didn't want to hear that because I was working really hard.
Right.
But you know, they would tell you that, and he was right. You know, I was just starting to get used to. If you can get out of that mode, but chord, I think, causes you to write more as well than you normally would. I mean, if you're lucky, I mean, you'd have like a Jimmy Buffett, you know, Margaritaville, and that builds a whole career, you know. And some people have one hit, and it's a big career.
So how many? I mean, but you've had, golly, I mean, hit after hit after hit. My Father and Me. I mean, that's a. I mean, the songs that you've had. How many hits have you had?
Don't give me the line.
Oh, that's a good problem to have if you can't figure out how many you had. You know.
Yeah,
just reading online, it says 27 top 10 hits.
Yeah, I've had some good hits, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. I love every artist that's recorded my songs, and I've been real fortunate. A lot of them, a lot of times, I don't know if you ever heard the saying, the demo was better.
Right.
A lot of people say that about, they think the demo is better than the record. But in my case, I've had, the good records have been better than the demo.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me this. Here's a question I've always had. When a songwriter, when a singer, when they produce a song, they record that song, when you hear that finished product, and you think back on some of your greats that you've had, and you've had so many of them, did you know when you heard that finished product that, hey, this is it, this is going to be a hit? Or is it one of those things that you just realize after the fact when you see the sales? Did you have an innate instinct for it being awesome ahead of time, or did you just not know? Was it just like everything else and it just happened to be something that became a hit?
I think with your experience and knowledge of the industry and the songs and things, sometimes when you finish a song, you go, I don't think we could do any more to that song to make it better. It feels complete.
Right.
That's a good thing. And then but when you hear the first record, like Forever and Ever Amen was going up the charts like so fast. And I was kind of in a confused state about it. I was like, I don't know why, but everybody just seemed to like that song and they loved it and they loved the artist. And it was that marriage between Randy Travis and that special song.
It's a fabulous song. I grew up listening to that in high school. I've got that on tape, that song.
Yeah, and I sang the backgrounds on that song.
Oh,
Which was I didn't intend to do all of them, but Paul Davis went out with me to Kyle Lenning's studio to do backgrounds. And Paul went out and he found a fishing rod and went out and started fishing out in the pond behind the studio. And just left me in there to do them all. Wow. And it was a lot. It was hard work. But if you listen to those backgrounds, that's me back there.
I don't know. To me, I'm not a big fan of the new pop country, they call it. It's not relatable. But that's the thing about the old stuff that we growed up with, like your stuff and, of course, Alan Jackson and all that. It's relatable to the old everyday person that's out there working from day to day. I mean, and I think that's the big deal with your music and a lot of music like that. And are you finding it hard nowadays with the pop country having songs cut?
Well, I think it's about sounds more than it is about songs. Like I remember when, late 80s, 90s, I mean, we were all kind of all the songwriters in Nashville, we were all kind of like a social, we all knew each other, we all hung out, and we all cared about each other's songs. And so every week we were listening to the radio because we knew there was going to be a song out there that these writers were going to show us something different. And it was not, if it was a competition, it was definitely a friendly competition. And we admired, like when I heard Old School come out, that song, I thought that was like one of the coolest songs ever. Mm-hmm. And you'd hear Dave Loggins' song and you go, dang, Dave killed it, Mm-hmm. And so we appreciated everybody's songs, but every song, it was definitely a song world back then. It was like, let's get the best song out there.
Right.
And then I remember one time when a record executive, I believe it was Tony Brown, said, we're not putting out the best songs anymore. And I was like, why? I was just kind of like the dog, RCA dog. I was confused. He goes, I don't know. It's just we're putting out songs that, some of them were not really great songs. They were just average songs, and they just had a certain sound to them. And I think it's where we are today. It's not about the great song. It's just about if it sounds like a certain generation or a certain genre of music.
That's sad because there's a lot of songs sitting on the shelf that could touch somebody's,
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I think so too. But every now and then you do hear a really good song.
Right.
Well, speaking
And
of,
I heard one just the other day, and I'm still not sure who wrote it or produced it, but it was a good record. It was Cody Johnson's new record.
Right.
I think Kix Brooks was playing it on his show. And I thought, wow, that's a good song.
speaking of great songs, back in this a few years back when everybody it seems in country was getting into this whole Caribbean theme. It seems like everybody had some song about the beach and the Caribbean and this kind of whole thing, almost a Jimmy Buffett aspect of what they were doing. That was what was popular. And then here you come out with Some Beach. I've always thought that song is genius.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, sir, without knowing that you are the writer of that, I can tell you I have complimented you so many times over the years because of the cleverness of the lyrics of that song and how much fun it is to listen to. I think that is a perfect, fun song. Congratulations on that success. It's just fantastic.
Thank you. Well, if you come see my live show, you'll hear a new last verse to that song.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We're coming. Now you've got a fairly new album out that's kind of beach related, right?
Oh yeah, I do. I have one called Somewhere in the Caribbean, and my wife and I had got a little place in the islands, and we go there. When they're not right now, it's a little hard because of COVID, and they're scared to death, so they want you to quarantine for like 10 days or something when you get there. It's I may only have 2 weeks to go on vacation or. Right now, I'm not retired, so I still work quite a bit. So to spend 10 days indoors, like this doesn't make any sense to me. So
I'm with you, folks. We're talking to Paul Overstreet, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. Y'all have heard his music, and I know y'all know who we're talking about. Go to pauloverstreet.com and follow all the stuff that he's got going on. So how's the new album? How's it coming? I mean, you getting out there, you're promoting it, you got some bookings, and
well, we did Somewhere in the Caribbean, and now I'm working on this new one. I think I'm going to call it Still in the Islands.
Right.
So I'm just doing the final mixes, trying to, I got probably more than enough songs, so I'm just trying to figure out which ones will be on this project. Once I do that, then we'll start doing it. But we got when everybody got shut down, we were on the beach in the Cayman Islands, and we just started broadcasting every afternoon, and we would play. People would request songs, and the funny thing is, you do a whole album, 10 songs. You have 4 singles off of it, 5 maybe. I was fortunate; I had 5 off a lot of them. But the other songs you don't play live that much, and then people would request them via whatever we were broadcasting on, and I'd go, I don't remember that song. I remember the song, but I don't remember all the lyrics. I'll go rehearse it tonight, and then tomorrow I'll play it. And so we would do that, but then it started building we built a lot of friends like that. I mean, people all over the world would join in, and we could show them a sunset, and we could have cocktails. I'd have a glass of wine and like a sippy cup or something like that on the beach.
Right. With the umbrella.
It's a big sippy cup. It's an adult sippy cup.
With an umbrella. It's got to have the umbrella.
Yeah. And so anyway, we broadcast doing that. And so it turned into this whole thing. So Sunsets and Songs is kind of what I'm going to be doing this year. I'm going to be playing some theaters and just different places like that.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Yep, I'm definitely. Now you do stuff on Facebook all the time. I'm always watching the live stuff that you're doing.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do, and we should do a lot more of it. But you get so busy with all the different things that we do. Recording, getting ready to travel, and all that stuff. And then once you book dates, then you gotta put some energy behind that and let everybody know you're coming. And
right.
Like Scotty Emmerich and I are going to play in Missouri. Let me see. We're going to play a theater there. I think it's the 18th February, and I'm going to be in Texas. I'm going to Conroe, Texas on the 4th. The 3rd, I'm playing Do-Si-Dos in Houston. The 5th, I'm playing the ISIS Theater in Fort Worth, and then on the 6th, I'm playing Lubbock, Texas. So that's a lot more work than I'm used to, but but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, live shows are the best. I'm gonna ask one more question before we go. Now you're doing your studio mix. Do you have a studio at home now, or do you have to go out and do that?
Yeah. I'm sitting here right now in my studio. This is kind of like I can't really turn my computer on, but
Right.
it's like I've got a lot of. It's just being my own words and things like that, microphones and just my laptop with Pro Tools and stuff like that.
Yeah, it works good.
So I kind of do it myself. I don't do all the engineering. I just do a lot of the vocals and arranging that stuff and then mixing.
I love it. Paul, I know you're busy, man, and I appreciate you taking a little time to come and be on the Morning Dish with us. And like I said,
oh man, I love it. I love it.
And you are super
Anytime,
nice.
Anytime. It's good to talk to you guys.
Yeah,
Hey, pleasure talking to you.
We'll
sir.
try to get you back on. And like I said, I do appreciate you. Go to pauloverstreet.com. I guess that's right, pauloverstreet.com.
Yeah, Paul Overstreet Music, Facebook, pauloverstreet.com is our website, and you can find us in those places. And join us on Facebook if you will, and then that way you can participate. When we do a live thing or something, you can criticize me and all the good stuff that goes along with it.
Well, it's been an honor, man, to get to talk to somebody that I've listened to so much, and appreciate all of your country music and your inspirational gospel stuff that you got out there. I mean, you got so much stuff, and like I said, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate all of your help. And man, I'm gonna get your stuff. I'll send you some of this new material I'm working on.
Hey.
I'm also doing a new country record too. I have a group of new country songs, and then I have a song of re-records of the old hits and things like that. So I'll send all that stuff to you.
All right, man. I appreciate you. You take care.
Okay, see you.
All righty, folks. We got to take a short break.
Everybody, you got to head over to Rose Auto if you have any of your automobile needs, whether it's a cover for your back of your pickup truck, if it's for side mounts, whatever you might need. Our buddies over at Rose Auto will be able to help you out. Go over and take a visit with them.
It's a cold winter night, and out of the fog comes the most wicked, awesome pickup you've ever seen. Floor lighters, LED lights, and fog lights, and a killer bed cover for keeping the load dry. There's no doubt where the accessories came from.
Rose Auto, the only way to go.
Whether up Bell Mountain or down by the water, trust your truck accessories with Rose Auto in Blairsville for an experience you never thought possible.
Rose Auto.
Haul your truck up to Rose Auto on the Murphy Highway.
Well, I needed some new tires, but I didn't know where to get them. I got old tires so bald that you can see the air inside them. New ones, gently used ones, they got Falcons and Coopers, whether you're driving a Corvette or a 65 Vista Cruiser. High Country Tire, cruising up and down these mountain roads in style. Give them a call, don't hesitate or contemplate, you'll appreciate it. It's High Country at 706-835-1488.
Young Harris Water Sports and RV, now offering Cedar Creek, fifth wheels and cottage park model, Salem travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and destination trailers. Ask about RV mobile service and a large selection of RV parts and accessories. With Young Harris Water Sports and RV's lineup and the best selection of watercraft in North Georgia, there's no need to leave the mountains. Young Harris Water Sports and RV at 3676 Highway 76. Online at yhmarineandrv.com.
Let's go!
Your Feel Better starts here.
Your Feel Better starts with Healthy Smiles by Dr. B in Hayesville. Are you afraid or embarrassed to smile because of decayed or discolored teeth? Dr. B uses the latest white fillings, all porcelain crowns, and laser teeth whitening. Visit HealthySmilesByDRB.com and get the beautiful smile you've always wanted, so you can start feeling better about yourself. Call 828-360-3999 to make an appointment.
You already know H&R Block does taxes, but you may not know you can get expert help in person or virtually, or that our tax pros average 10 years of experience. You can even request the same tax pro every year, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. At H&R Block, help is here. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
Your H&R Block locations in the mountains are in Blairsville, 706-745-4855, and now in Young Harris by Mary Southern Grill.
Shop the Presidential Savings Event at Carolina Furniture and Mattress Outlet for store-wide markdowns, 50% off retail and 0% financing. We have inventory in stock like recliners from $3.99, sofa love seat combos from $9.99, sectionals from $10.99, and queen mattress sets for $4.99. Area rugs are $99 and three-piece occasional table sets are $1.99. Shop the Presidential Savings Event at Carolina Furniture and Mattress Outlet in Hayesville.
The weekend is getting closer, and a trip to Bell Mountain or the lake is always a possibility. Make sure your truck is accessorized by Rose Auto in Blairsville. Bed liners, LED lights, and more. You want to be a pickup man? Do it with Rose Auto in Blairsville. The only way to go.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. Hope everybody's doing good. And I don't like to make fun of nobody that has passed away, but I reckon former Miss USA cause of death has been confirmed. Makes no sense to me at all. She actually jumped off a building. I mean, is that not pretty much self-explanatory how she passed away?
Wouldn't that kind of be like Betty White? It took LAPD a week to give us the cause of her death.
I don't know where they come up with all this stuff, but anyway, I guess I got to do. I don't know. I'm not a cop. You're a cop. Why they do this?
I don't know.
What was the cause of death? Well, she jumped off that building there. I mean, you know.
You know what was really sad about that is they did an interview with her mother, and she said she'd been fighting depression for a long time.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of people like that does with depression. That's something that you get with that, I don't know. We got an embarrassed burglar apologizes. He got busted when the homeowner come in and leaves them $200 to repair the back window that he broke in. Now, that's a good, that's my kind of burglar.
Hey, now that's
come in
a
there
guy
and
who
steal all your
admitted his
stuff and then
wrongs.
leave you money.
If you want to come to my house and do that, I'm open for it.
Sorry about the back window. Here's $200 to repair it. But anyway, I reckon he went to jail. He ought to get leniency because he actually confessed and give him $200. Right?
You know what? Criminals sometimes. When I was a rookie cop, I remember a detective telling me, kid, if you really want to learn about the criminal mind, every time you arrest a burglar or a true professional at the trade, interview them.
Yeah.
They love to talk about themselves and tell you what they've done. And over the years, you were able to keep a book on who was doing what, so you knew who to go after.
Hey, I got a thing here talking about interviews. You know, we did Greg Hartley. They got a brand new video they was recording last night, wherever it's at, and I'm trying to tell you who it was. They are recording the Kumo deposition episode last night, so it should be up if y'all want to check that out on the behavioral panel.
Oh,
really cool stuff. Yep.
Hey guys, I was just looking at my watch, and you know what time it is?
Oh, no, please, no.
It's Packy's Joke of the Day.
Yay! It's the joke of the day.
Okay, pick me this time.
Anybody want to be on the show?
I do. Pick me on it. Pick me.
Anybody at all?
Over here, Pat.
How about you, Ed?
Okay, I'll answer.
Ed, welcome to the show today.
Thank
you.
you.
Glad to have you.
Ed, welcome.
Very happy to be here.
Welcome to the show, Ed.
You have 3 categories to choose from today. You have dentists, you have cameras, and a man walks into a bar. What'll it be, Ed?
Yes. Well, man walks into a bar for 50.
Okay. A bossy man goes into a bar, and he orders everyone around.
Okay, that was cute. That'll go in the category.
I love it,
of
man.
cute.
You chose it, man.
He bosses everybody around.
Orders everyone around.
Orders everywhere. There you go. Where do you get these?
Reddit.
That's another joke.
Best jokes of all time.
Oh, Reddit.
Best dad jokes of all time.
Oh man, I love it. But it's your part of the show, so anyway.
I appreciate you giving me my part of the show, man.
Well, you said you was
Thank
gonna get mad and leave if you didn't get something. So there you go. So I don't know. Dawson Gumbrella. I can't even pronounce these names. I reckon they're dropping animal fur. They're not gonna sell animal fur anymore. What these poor little animals, man? They grow all this fur and then they can't do nothing with it. It's just sad.
They're putting a whole industry out of business.
I mean, honestly, what are these little fellers going to do?
Hey, speaking about putting an industry out of business, did you see where Trudeau and his group of clowns in Canada, they decided they were going to go after the GoFundMe page of the truck drivers? They brought in like $10 million, and they're going to try to freeze their assets. And I'm thinking, some people just don't learn. The Canadian people are supporting the truckers. Americans are supporting the truckers. And this liberal socialist thinks he's actually going to stop them from their convoy.
Oh, speaking of that, I know we're done with the joke of the day, but I do have a joke about trucks.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
play
man.
the music. You got to play the music.
Do you really want me to play the
Yeah,
music?
you got to play the
No. Just go to your joke with the trucks.
No, we gotta
Please. Don't.
I have a joke.
Second joke of the day.
I have a joke about trucks.
Okay, Packy.
But, I mean, it's only semi-funny. I'm sorry.
Okay, were you going to input something important about the Canadian truck drivers?
Yes, let me tell you, in joke form.
Oh, Lord.
Thank God, folks, we're winding down on this one. I don't know if I can get through it another hour of this.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Folks, tomorrow is Friday, right?
TGIF.
It is going to be a wet day today, and don't forget to go to the app, download the app, give us a comment, win $200 and a free night over in Helen, Georgia.
Send us your pickup lines.
There you go.
We'll read them on the air.
And also, we need you to subscribe to The Morning Dish with Stephen Phillips on YouTube because we're trying to grow that channel also. And hey, we love yous, no doubt. So we'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Stay.
W249DB and WJULAM, Hiawassee.
Well, look at here. Guess who's number one in the Nielsen ratings again?
Play 97.7.